from Buenos Aires, Argentina, weighing title 181 pounds, this is Azriel.
Well, here he is making his return to the ECWA. Azriel, who you might recall a former Super 8 participant in his own right. And clearly we are coming into Super 8 season. I have announcements about the first two competitors later in the evening from yours truly. But Azriel not here for Super 8. No, he's here to go after the Mid-Atlantic Championship of Chris Wylde, the Heartkiller. He reclaimed that belt after defeating Ricky Martinez to end Martinez's record-setting title reign back in December. This is his first title defense, and he is going right in the deep water against a man who has been all over the place and comes to the ring with some backup in the form of Rob Vegas, who brings his cell phone with him. That's, gonna be honest, that's a first. I've not seen that before. But he'll be live tweeting the match, I guess, or, I don't know, Instagramming, Facebooking, Pinteresting. In any event, you won't want to miss Azriel in this one. He is a bona fide star. You're going to push Chris Wylde to the limit tonight.
195 pounds. He is the current ECWA Mid-Atlantic Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Heartkiller, Chris Wylde. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, and there he is, the newly minted Mid-Atlantic champion, the Heartkiller, Chris Wylde, who now with the specter of his feud with Ricky Martinez off of his shoulder, it's like a weight lifted. Now he can focus on defending the Mid-Atlantic title. Of course, he had the benefit of James J. Dillon in his corner in December, has no help in his corner tonight. But clearly the Heartkiller, a fighting champion. We learned that during his title reign as heavyweight champion, as he really put on one of the kind of most grueling stretches of defenses we've ever seen in terms of both the challengers he faced and the time frame in which he did it. So, if anything, this will seem like a long time to wait between title defenses. Almost a month here between the Toys for Tacho, actually closer to 7 weeks because of the rescheduling of this show to not conflict with a certain Philadelphia football team's playoff game in which they were unsuccessful in winning. It should be a barn burner, our first title match of 3 tonight. Your referee assigned, Mike Keener. We're going to get ready to get things underway momentarily between Chris Wylde and Azriel. Chris Wylde handing over the Mid-Atlantic Championship. The ceremonial displaying of the belt prior to the match by Mike Keener. And then we will be good to go as this crowd looks forward to the first title match tonight. First title match of 2014 in the ECWA. Keener passes the belt to the outside, checks with both men. Here we go! Mid-Atlantic title on the line. The challenger Azriel, the champion Chris Wylde. And given the styles of these two men, it should be a barn burner, folks. If you have to use the bathroom, hit pause now and come on back, because once this thing gets going, you are not going to want to leave your seat. little amateur wrestling panache there from the Heartkiller. Azrieal claiming his hair was pulled. Well, at least he's got a case to make about hair and pulling it, as opposed to Monsieur Ooh La La earlier in the night. And there's Azriel getting a one-over on Chris Wylde. Sort of exchanging pleasantries early on, these two men. Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Wylde, I think, has the leverage as he backs Az up. And monkey flips him over. Both shoulders down. 2. And they roll out of it. Both men still hold on. Azriel, though, nice maneuver there. Kicking away one hand, and he goes to work on the left arm of Wylde. And he drops down. I think he wanted to go for a little steeper armbar, but Wylde reversing into an armbar of his own. Mike Keener wants a clean break onto the corner. Not going to get it as Azriel drops the shoulder into the midsection. Chris Wylde. But Wylde up and over, then the big arm drag. Caught with an elbow, though, as he goes rushing in, but then answers with an arm drag again. And sticks with it this time. Again, the arm bar, working the elbow and shoulder of Azriel. Early stages here, our first title match of the evening, this one for the Mid-Atlantic Championship. As it's Wylde with a modicum of control now. Nice spinning back elbow. Hooks the leg, 2! Mike Keener says 2 only. But again, as we discussed earlier, every time you have to kick out, that's energy expended, motion wasted. Nice suplex, and Wylde sticks with it. Makes it a double. One more time. Yes, sir! Floats over. Thought he was going to go for the cover. Instead, it's kind of a modified guillotine front chancery type of hold here, almost like a riff on a can opener. Interesting maneuver here from Wylde, but Azriel back to the vertical base, able to get out of it. But nice, consistent offense from the champion there. And the high leg lariat. Hooks the far leg. 2! Kick out at 2. Right now, the champ in control of the challenger. Given Chris Wylde's approach to competition, he is not going to relent to give Azriel a window in which to get back in this thing. Just flying in with reckless abandon. Northern Lights, 2! And Azriel kicks out again as Chris Wylde bridged over that Northern Lights suplex. So much explosion from the champ, popping Azriel up and over. Irish whip. Azriel, I think, wanted to go up and over, but instead Wylde just drop kicked him right in the solar plexus. Gonna make it hard for Azriel to breathe. And now here comes Wylde. Wanted something through the ropes, but Azriel met him with an enziguri of sorts. A kick regardless, upside the mush of Chris Wylde. And now it's Azriel with an opening on the floor. As our cavalcade of cameras capturing all the action in still and moving pictures. The action continuing on the floor here. Rob Vegas, to his credit, has stayed out of the affairs thus far. Here's a cover by Azriel. 2 count only as Wylde kicks out. Irish whip. Here comes Azriel in. And just crashing that boot upside the face of Chris Wylde. Hooks the leg, cover again, 2! And another kick out by the champ. But the table's fully turning here in the favor of the challenger. Now a modified surfboard stretch. Looking to compromise the chest and sternum of Chris Wylde. You know, certainly a tough spot for a guy like Az to come in up against a fan favorite, newly minted champion, but he is making the most of the opportunity. Irrespective of the lack of crowd support in his corner. Wylde trying to get back to the vertical base. Az ducks the clothesline. What's he get? Is that an octopus stretch? It's an octopus stretch! I haven't seen one of those in ages. Azriel with the octopus stretch on Chris Wylde. And that is a tough hold to get out of. Champ trying to power out, and he does. And now he's got the Kata Hajime, the move that won him the heavyweight championship. He's got it in deep on Azriel. Azriel, though, at least able to get 1 foot, now both feet back under him. Drives backward, wanted out. Able to get Wylde into a pinning predicament, and Wylde, because of it, had to break the hold. What ingenuity by Azriel. Wylde, though, still in control. What's he gonna do here? Cuban Missile Crisis right into the middle turnbuckle. He sent Az in there headlong, and he wanted that rolling body senton into the corner, but Azriel ducks out of the way. You just get the sense from these two men that they just have a preternatural feel for what the other wants to do. We've seen a couple of times tonight where each man has sensed what the other has coming. But that time Wylde can't see the enziguri coming from Azriel, and both men down at a critical point in the match. Azriel rolls over, hooks the leg, 2! And 2 only, says Mike Keener. Starting to get to that point in the match now where if you're Azriel, you wonder what's it going to take to put the champ away. Obviously a guy with a big motor, high motor guy in a deep gas tank. Nice back suplex, though. Let's see what Az has here. Senton from the outside in. Could that do it? Hooks the leg, cover. 2! And again, Chris Wylde able to kick out before Mike Keener's hand counts 3. The challenger extracting a toll from the champion here. Second grueling match in as many months for Chris Wylde. And Az just goes crashing in. Suplex up over bridges for the pin, 2! And a kick out. And again, this time it's Azriel rolling through. Looks for the suplex again. Wylde, though, reverses. Gets one of his own. And both men once more to the canvas. Azriel's going to roll to the outside and take a powder with Rob Vegas, who again, despite his presence, has not attempted to affect the outcome of the match. Here comes Wylde, and he goes flying to the outside, and he takes both men out, flipping over the rope. Mike Keener will start to issue the 10 count. Title, of course, cannot change hands on a countout, and it is a human car crash on the outside. Both men climbing back toward the ring, and it's Azriel who's back in first. And Wylde right behind, so the count broken. Both men struggling to get back to their feet at this point. And Wylde comes crashing in with that boot. I'm amazed that all of Az's chiclets are still in his mouth. Hooks the far leg, cover, 2! Kick out at 2.5. Wants a diamond, Dustin gets it! Hooks the leg, cover, 1, 2, 3, no! 2 3/4, says Mike Keener. And it's the champ Chris Wylde with the head of steam. Now he's going to the high rent district. Can he connect? Wanted the swanton, but nobody home. And now it's Azriel going to the top. Can he connect? Can it be enough to finish things here tonight? Frog splash! Sticks the landing! Hooks the leg! 2! No! No new champion! And if you're Azriel, what's it going to be to put away Chris Wylde? A bulldog now. And Azriel, he's feeling it. He can sense it. He's one move away. One shot away. Chris Wylde egging him on. Are you kidding me? And as he obliges the savant. 2, 3, no! Are you serious right now? What will it take to put Chris Wylde away? His persistence just frustrates opponents every single time. Wylde almost egging on Azriel, fighting back from his knees, trading blows with the challenger. Ducks the clothesline. And are you kidding? Exposed rib cages slamming into each other. The toll that must have taken on both men at full speed and full flight. Mike Keener with the 10 count once again. Now both men have crawled to the apron. Both to the same corner. And this, you get the feeling whatever's going to happen here is going to end badly for somebody, probably both men. Clubbing blows traded. Az to the back, Wylde to the midsection. Azriel wants to suplex him. I don't even know where. But Wylde hanging on for dear life. Azriel now on the inside, Wylde on the outside. Shoulder to the midsection of Azriel. Wylde's perched on the middle rope. And oh my goodness! 1, 2, 3, that will do it! Chris Wylde digging deep into the bag of tricks tonight. And from the middle rope hits a sunset flip with powerbomb force to put away Azriel. Now you can see Rob Vegas coming to check on his friend. But Chris Wylde, a successful first defense of the Mid-Atlantic Championship. You know, credit where credit is due. Azriel pushed him to the limit we knew he would coming in. And these two men do not disappoint. And they have set the tone for the title matches to come, as well as the Golden Opportunity match number 5.